It's pretty clear that that very light path is going towards the center of the town, where the largest buildings are. You're assuming this is some sort of town square, for the buildings around the peripheral are very small and look like just simple homes or abodes. Um, let's see. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else in particular, any sort of other information you need to know before, I let you guys ask
Obviously, like
questions.
no obvious wounded lying around or whatnot, just the buildings, right?
No, 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 yeah, no wounded lying around. No one dead or deceased that you can see.
Is there
You
anyone there?
can, yeah, not outside the rubble. A little, probably about 70 feet down from the rubble. You do see one man who is very clearly out of, I guess you could say, he doesn't belong. For the few villagers that are milling about are just wearing very plain clothes made from animal hides or cotton, where this man is clearly in highly high-tech body armor, and a helmet is at his side that you can tell, and it looks like he's eating.
Oh, all
Um,
right.
but that's about it that
What
you
is he
can
eating?
tell. Um,
I'm
some
just
sort of
curious.
salad. No,
SpaghettiOs.
that's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
It's some sort
Oh,
of
so
salad
he
made
he's
from.
healthy.
Yeah, he's
See,
eating
I'm
healthy.
like
Yes.
I'm like an FBI profiler, you guys. I'm trying to figure this shit out, yeah?
But yeah, no. At this point, no one has noticed you. Probably. Well, first of all, you weren't running your vehicles very high, so the approach wasn't very loud, and you're far enough away, and the foliage is kind of blocking you right now. Right now, no one has noticed your attention.
Okay. Oh, here's a good question. Are
Hmm.
we wearing our casual outfits, or I assume we all have armor? Yes.
For you all have mega damage armor, and you would all be wise enough to know that traveling in a wilderness, an unknown wilderness, you would
Mm-hmm.
have it on.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Um,
Mhm.
can I? This might seem kind of odd. Can I make
Mhm.
use my eye to get a closer look at the guy in the body armor, looking for insignia, whatnot, anything that can tell me if he's part of an organization, group,
Sure.
or anything like that.
Sure.
My.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have a telescopic view on your eye,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you can zoom in, and otherwise than getting some details on the man's features, he seems to be in his early 30s, athletic, dark hair. You can even tell the color of his eyes, they're blue. But as for his actual armor itself, he doesn't have any insignias. He doesn't have any sort of military misnomers. The armor that he has is, let me just quickly check here. It is. It probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but it's the Urban Warrior, which is just like a simple padded and plated body armor.
Okay.
It's tan in color, no insignias.
So like something
Uh,
you'd
you,
commonly run into.
yeah.
Okay.
Now there is one thing you do notice when you zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
When you zoom into that visage, you notice a young woman who's standing next to the table, who was previously out of view, and she does not look very happy. She has a very sad face as she just stares at the man who's eating. And also in the far distance, a little bit further down by the town hall, you can't quite see because of some of the trees nearby and because of the way some of the buildings are placed at your current angle. But you can see something metallic that's closer to the town square where there's a well. Something metallic and relatively large.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess I would share this information with the others.
You.
You,
Yep, you can.
yes. Yes, I can.
I'm going to take out my camera
Mhm.
and take a picture of the man and lady.
Okay. All right.
Do I need a roll for this?
No, no, no. No, you don't. You snap a few
Okay.
shots.
You've done Pokemon Snap. You got this.
Okay.
I guess unless you guys are objective, just roll into town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd be fine with that.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So as you roll into town on your vehicles, when you get maybe just 100 feet closer, so only about 400 away, that's when the man who was eating catches sight of you. He stops what he's doing, and as you approach, he puts on his helmet onto his that attaches to his mega damage armor, and you can see him waving back at someone to come join him. He moves to near the entrance of the town square and waits for you to approach.
Can I
And when you get,
real quick before we get too close, can I
Yeah.
request everyone let me talk to them?
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to
Absolutely.
talk. No, come on, let me come with you.
You can come with me.
Let
Just
me come
let
with
me
you.
Do the talk.
It'll be fine. Don't worry. I won't say a thing. Don't worry.
okay. Okay.
okay,
Then
I'll
I
say a
will.
few
I mean,
things.
you can all come. Just let me talk to them
No, why do you get to talk?
because I'm a doctor.
How does that make lick sense?
Because people are much more accepting of doctors than anyone else.
I'm actually going about. I'm
Now-
gonna sit back half away.
Mm-hmm.
About halfway through. Like once you say like I'm gonna talk with him, I'm just gonna
imagine
actually sit back.
Stopping on the road, having this argument right now.
well,
Look,
well, this is the thing. Are you approaching with your vehicles, or are you approaching on foot?
I think we would stop now that we.
I would be approaching on foot.
I guess, yeah, we should
Yeah.
probably park our vehicles, and then as we're approaching on foot, we're having this conversation.
Have this
Look,
conversation.
a lot of people are mistrustful of travelers. However, especially given that there's broken buildings, they might have need for a doctor. So let me talk to them. I will say that I'm a doctor, you're my companions, and they'll be much more welcoming to us.
All right, but if he don't like you, I'm talking. Got it?
By all means.
Perfect. Continue on.
Excellent, excellent, guys, excellent. So as you are walking up, it gives this man ample time. He just, he moves towards the front of the town square, and sure enough, when you get about 100 feet away, you can see the person who he was waving at. A very large man who's about 7.5 feet tall, who is a full conversion Borg. So, for those of you who aren't aware what a Borg is, it is a man who has completely, with the exception of his brain and some of his spinal cord, has replaced every single bit of flesh with machine. So, he's human in a way. He has a human mind, but he is fully robotic in a way.
On second thought, you can just talk. That's fine. Don't. You just
And
talk.
this Borg stands by the other man's side. He's about 20 feet away, and they both wait for you to approach. And when you get about 60 feet away, the main man, the non-Borg, the human, raises his hand and says, "Okay, that's far enough. Stop right there. What do you want?"
Hello there. My name's Al. These are my friends. We're...
My name is Mela.
Yes, her name is Mela.
I'm not part of this conversation. I'm way the flip back.
Okay.
We
How
saw
far back-
we
Hold on.
saw
Sorry,
from the
sorry.
distance. We saw in the distance that you had several
on,
buildings. What?
Sorry,
Hold
I
on.
was trying to ask.
Oh.
Piff, how far away
sorry,
are
sorry.
you? How far away are you?
I think about halfway between the forest and the forest that we entered through and the half
So that's like
distance of that
200
walking.
feet. That's
think
about
so, yeah.
200 feet. Is that too far?
No, I don't think that's
Okay.
too far.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
I-
So about
oh,
200. Mm-hmm.
I will be by Pith.
Okay.
We could
Oh.
be chumming.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Squee. I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
your
not a problem.
in-character thing. Please continue.
My friends and I saw that it looks like you've recently had some rubble and damage. I am a trained doctor, and I'm traveling, and I was wondering if perhaps there were people that might need our help. Also, we need food and lodging for the night, so I figured we would come by and see if I could offer my services.
And the human man chuckles a little bit, his posture is very relaxed, but his eyes are extremely sharp. And he says, well, Doc, I appreciate your concern, but we got pretty much everything covered here. Unfortunately, we're not really taking visitors at the moment, so you're going to have to find yourself another town. And he looks to the Borg, and they both give each other a little knowing look, and he turns back to you.
Well,
Could you maybe please make a little exception? I mean, we're not too big, you know.
He takes a very, very, very long and leering look at Mila,
While
and then
she
looks at the
stretches.
Borg. Well, and he looks at the Borg again, and he almost pains him to say, he's like,
well,
normally I just let you stay, but
sir,
hmm.
sir, I see you like my merchandise.
Your
wait.
merchandise.
Mila,
Oh.
just
Oh, hell no.
Mila,
Wait, you didn't.
Mila,
Are
sir.
you really doing this right now?
Yes,
Are
just
you really?
roll with it.
Oh, hey, baby.
Sir, I am not just a doctor, if you get my meaning. And your town definitely looks like it could use my services. So maybe, just maybe, you could make an exception.
Just this once, pretty, please.
And like, should I ever roll like because I'm trying to convince them.
Yeah.
Should I-
Roll. You both okay? Both of you, Krana.
I don't think
You roll your thing to charm, and
Okay.
Squee, you roll your thing to convince, or we're not trying to intimidate, so your
right, so
influence.
convince or charm, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, just under the percentage, right?
Yeah, under the percentage. And Krana, I'll let you know what you have to roll once Squeeze.
So,
So
mine is under 75, and I got 46.
all right, and Kriana, you have to roll a D100, and you have to get under 65.
A D100. Okay.
So yeah, roll a D100, and you got an 11. Oh man, okay. This is one thing. Oh god, I love role playing because I did not expect this whatsoever. So
I didn't either.
fantastic. This is
Neither did I.
fantastic. Okay, so the main human says he's staring at Mila the entire time. And he goes, an exception, huh? All right. How about we go halfway? I'll give you guys something to eat, but you can't stay the night. And the Borg kind of gives a surprised look at his companion, and he says, Diego, do you think that's a good idea? And Diego says, shut up. I'm the one that's in charge. And he gestures for you two to join him at the table where he was eating. And he says, your friends that are lurking back there, they can come on too. Don't worry. We'll feed all of you.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Sure. Mila, would
So-
you... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. While you're talking with me, then Mila, real quick, he's just gonna head over to the table and pat the seat right next to him, and he'll say to Mila, "Come over here, cutie
I'm going to
pie."
say, like, really quiet where you can hear me. Mila, I'm so sorry. I promise I will make it up to you. I promise.
So help me.
I won't let him
So-
touch you. I
so help
promise.
me.
You're fine.
So help me.
Just, I promise.
So help
okay.
I mean, I
The
know I'm
Borg,
attractive. Oh,
the Borg, looks to you while you're having the heated conversation, and once again steps right over to where Diego goes, and he says, "Diego, I don't like this. And Diego goes, "Shut up." Just a second. Just a second. Oh my God, I have to look at. Oh yeah, shut up, Gino. Just go ahead and keep on guard, okay? I'll call you if I need any help.
Can I go talk to Gino real quick?
Yeah, well,
just-
Gino starts to turn around, but you can catch his attention.
Yeah. So, Gino, It's a mighty fine equipment you got there. Did I mention that I am specialized in cyborg equipment? Perhaps if I have the time, I might be able to give your systems a cleaning?
Gino just stares at you and says, "You're not going to have time." And then he turns around and walks back. And you can see where he's walking back to. Around, actually, at this point, I think I'll show us the actual map of the town square,
Mm-hmm.
now that we've described it well enough. And let me just drag you guys on over. And you'll have to probably move your own piece, and you'll probably have to zoom out here because it's a very long map because it's kind of in order. So I'll start bringing your. Can you guys see the map?
Yes.
Yes. I can see it.
Okay. So let's see here. Let me just have to get all of our tokens here. So there is Diego. Here's Gino. Let's see here. Layer. There we go. And let me just bring your characters down. So here comes Al.
Oh, and I guess we would wave over
Yeah, that's
the
what I
other two.
figured.
Yeah.
Tom and
Now,
Patrick.
during this, Patrick and Thomas, is there here? I'm going to bring you down to this end. Feel free to move your pieces wherever you want. But during this exchange, you can't hear, because you're 200 feet away. You can't hear every single detail, but you can tell by body language and by a bit of the conversation that you know exactly what's going on. So you can approach without fear.
All right.
Sweet.
As I just get all your tokens here, give me a second. So we have Al and Patrick.
Yeah,
There,
Tim's
here's Mila.
Howdy.
Howdy. And Thomas, who's going to be by Piff. So
You're so
So
big.
can everyone still see everything?
Yes.
Okay. All right, wonderful. So, Squeak, or Al, you can see where the cyborg is going, and oddly enough, he's standing guard just outside this house right here.
Is he
Just outside the.
Okay, so he's far enough away, like he won't be able to hear our conversation or anything like that. He could probably still see us, but off in a distance, right? Like,
Well-
how far away would you say that is?
I can tell you exactly how far away that is, actually. I'll use this little measuring tool, and it is 120 odd feet away.
Okay, so as long as no one's yelling, he's not going to hear us or anything like that. Unless he has, like, super hearing. As far as I can judge, minus any sort of super hearing, we can talk in normal conversation and it shouldn't carry.
Correct.
Okay.
Making those assumptions, yes.
As far
Okay.
as we know.
So as far as you know, yes. So Diego sits on down here, and Pat's right next door, next to his seat. So Mila could join him.
I mean,
Come on
howdy.
here. All right.
you
And
smell
Diego goes to the. Oh my god.
You smell
Diego
nothing.
says to the young woman who was standing by the chair there, or by the table there. He goes, "Go get us 4 more of what I'm eating, and be quick about it. And I don't want to hear any lip from you." And she looks with quite clear terror as she disappears back inside the house. Well,
Let me go
come
help
on.
her. I was going to say, let me go help her, and then I want to...
No. You're gonna stay right here, and we're gonna have a long chat about your prices.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit down.
go ahead and have a seat, kid.
Okay,
Well,
so I guess I'm sitting down next to him, right?
I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. My pimp here makes all the price arrangements, so he'll
Well,
have
then
to
you
discuss
just
that with you. But I'll have you know, I am very, very, very expensive.
So, what are you thinking about?
me.
I mean, price-wise, sir.
Because I was thinking
I'm
about
not
a few
asking for
other
diagrams and all that. I'm.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's see here. We got quite a few credits stashed away. She said she was pretty expensive. What was 1,000 sound?
Whoa,
For an hour.
whoa. Hang on now.
I'd take a good long, just kind of a look at Squee's character, and kind of like a sort of a hard look at him to kind of say like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, my character is sort of confused, tilting his head, staring at both of them, going,
My character's
Mila's just
completely
wide-eyed
focused
looking
on
at-
and my character's completely focused on this guy.
Yeah.
Can we go ahead and just to save time say that we haggled and came to
Sure.
some sort of arrangement? So like, I go a little bit higher than he says, a lower, and then we come to an agreement, right?
Sure.
So when we get
Okay.
to the agreement, I'm going to say, okay, shake on it.
All right.
And
he
then
brings out.
go ahead, sorry.
Well, he brings out his right hand to shake yours. He goes, "Careful, I have one hell of a grip," and he gives a chuckle, and he offers you his hand.
Okay, I shake him with my right hand.
Okay, and he shakes you with his right hand, and his right hand is cybernetic, but he doesn't try to hurt you. It's quite clear. So, yeah, but he has a cybernetic arm.
Okay, so then we shake hands, and then in celebration, I'm gonna like kind of stand up and say, and like slap him on the shoulder, like, well, have fun.
All right.
And then when I slap him on the shoulder,
Mhm.
and I make it a good hard slap, I want to inject him with the sleeping agent.
Excellent. You slap him, and he feels a bit of a pinprick, but the slap is so hard he can't really tell. And now let me just quickly look at the stats for the sleeping agent because he has to roll probably a saving throw to try to resist that.
Yeah, look that up
okay.
because I don't remember the
I am.
exact.
No, that's
yeah.
okay. So it's we're gonna consider it a harmful drug. So he needs to roll higher than a 15. So let's do that to see whether it takes effect or not. Thanks
I
to your
knew
hard
that.
slap, though.
Mhm.
Pardon me. Oh, so just a second. Sorry. Thanks to that hard slap, he did not detect this.
Okay, good,
So
good.
You're in the clear for now. Okay. So as the it takes about 15 20 seconds, and his hand is on Mila's knee, and it
Oh.
starts to rise up a little bit, and as before he can get any more forward, his eyes start to droop a little bit, and he starts to say the word God, and then he falls.
Can I was
He starts
when
to
he,
fall forward.
when he falls, yeah. Can I catch him and then try and position him in such a way that it looks like, at least from a distance, he's still sitting there?
Sure.
I would
Sure.
like to do
You
that.
most certainly can. Yeah. Okay. You can do that from a distance. Yeah. You can definitely jockey. Change his position so it doesn't. He's not landing flat on his face. He's just still kind of sitting there, maybe leaning against someone. Right.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone, just keep acting natural. I put him to sleep.
Okay.
My character is generally not phased by this because he figured this out just a bit ago.
Okay. Any other reactions
character-
before we continue on?
my character straight up
Mila's-
asks, how did you do that? I wanna know.
Kind of lift up my glove, wrist injector, useful for sedatives, putting patients to sleep, all sorts of things that a doctor needs to do.
Oh, cool. My character reaches under his cloak, grabs out a notepad, starts writing it down.
Mila kind
it
of
back.
crouches forward, like, ah! Oh.
I told you he would never touch you. Well, more than a
Um,
little bit.
Okay. Well, next time just inform me so I can be more mentally prepared for that kind of thing.
And I promise you, when the opportunity provides itself, I will be sure to do so. Now,
You can at least do, like, I don't know, hand movements, like saying, hey, look, I'm about to pretend to sell you to this guy so you can do things and stuff.
my apologies.
All right, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm not the one who's going to interrupt you. The young woman that went to get the food has come out with two bowls in her hand, and she stops for a moment, and she looks at the very untalkative Diego, and she looks at you, and she drops the bowls, and she says, "Thank God. Now please kill the rest of them," and she runs back inside.
Ugh.
Can you guys
Oh,
can
what?
can you guys we need to talk to her, but we need to do it in such a way that not everyone knows that we're doing it. Can some of you stay here to make this look like, and then I'll go talk to her? We need to figure out
Are
what's
you-
going on.
I'm not staying out here with this guy.
While Squee's talking, I go over and try and pick up the bowls and try and see if any of the food is salvageable. I was hungry, man.
I got
I'll do that.
I have the
I'm
perfect
hungry
idea.
too.
Wait, I have the perfect
I'll help
idea. You and me, you as in Mila and I, let's carry
Hi.
Diego into the house like he's going to have his way with you. The other two stay out here. If anyone gets suspicious, kind of suggest that that's what's going on, and we'll try and talk to her.
Fine. You get to carry him though.
Are you guys okay with that?
I sort of scrounge up the food that's on the floor into the bowl and kind of sit down at the bench or whatever and sit
Now,
there
Piff.
and be like, all right, let's act like we're eating.
Hold
Yeah.
up. Piff and Burn.
Mhm.
Both of you roll a D100 because you're both cleaning up the bowls, right? Or, yeah, cleaning up the food and whatnot. Okay. Burn and Piff, go ahead and roll a D100.
Nope.
Okay, so Burn gets to this first. As you're cleaning up the bowls that fell to the ground, you notice that there's a small note that was inside one of the bowls that has now spilled upon the grass, and you managed to spot it. Yeah, so there's a small note there. You can do with it as you wish, but I thought I'd inform you of it.
Okay. I'm going to grab it and close it in my palm, and then finish scooping all of the contents back into the bowls.
Okay,
And then I'm going to sit down.
okay,
Yeah,
great.
I'm going to do the same.
All right.
Probably after having all the stuff in the bowl to sit down, I'm going to start unraveling it with one hand while going to the table.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'll start trying to pick him up in such a way that it looks like we're kind of leaning on each other.
I can
Okay.
cover. Too,
Yeah.
Like.
And then we're gonna, so we're doing that.
See anything suspicious?
Now, as you pick him up, you do also notice one other thing. Not only is he in his body armor, but he also had a ion pistol, which is a mega damage pistol that is in a holster on his side. But let me just. But yeah, no, you're both able to lift him up. He is, with his armor and everything like that, he's a good 250 pounds. But both of you don't seem to have a problem with that.
All right.
So,
Yeah, you're pretty
yeah, you're
tough.
able to move him effortlessly.
Pretty strong for a doctor. Oh, you tough guy. Hmm.
Actually, no, I'm not. But, you know, I try. Looking at her suspiciously.
What? What? All right. Whatever.
Anyway,
How weird.
so you're moving him into the building?
Well, yeah, as we get started, well, here's the question. Are either of you going to read the note before we get to the building, or should we just go to the building? Because we obviously don't know
I'll-
about the notes yet.
Yeah.
I'll read it.
No,
Somewhat
Burn, you can just read it
whispering.
whenever you think your character will.
Right.
You and Kriana can just keep doing what you're doing without private knowledge. I'm sure. Burn,
Yeah.
just say whenever you're reading the note, and then he can interrupt you. If he